And I'm so happy for her to get the $28 flipping million.
Caitlin Clark just dropped some insane contract details, and it's safe to say the Indiana Fever and the entire WNBA are absolutely stunned. And honestly, it's about time someone called out the league on their budget gymnastics.
Elected officials, corporate, private equity, everybody like, how do I get into the WNBA and how do I invest? And can I have an expansion team or can I invest in a current team?
While she was signing her next 4-year deal, the whispers started flying that salaries had been chopped by almost 20% because the league just couldn't afford it. Really? After the 2024 rookie season basically dragged the WNBA into the spotlight for the first time? And here's the real kicker. Even going into the 2025 season, her salary was barely around $114K for the entire year. Like seriously, the face of the league pulling record ratings, and that's all she gets? The whole thing smells like a bigger story the league hoped no one would notice.
When we look at player salaries, people wonder, why are NBA player salaries 100 times higher than WNBA salaries? Because the TV money was 100 times higher in the NBA than it was in the WNBA.
Caitlin knew exactly what she was worth, and there was no chance she was ever going to settle for less. So she did what any real superstar would do. She pushed back hard and demanded a full contract revision with bigger money and perks that actually match her impact. And that's exactly why she rejected the CBA deal altogether, leaving Cathy Engelberg completely stunned and scrambling for answers.
Of you and what you've done on the court. But what you've done on the court has far exceeded what you've done in our community and around this country and getting little girls excited about playing basketball. But no place has it been better and felt more than at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. So here today, I just want to let you know, you are the AP National Player of the Year.
And yeah, it was definitely a risky move because once one star gets a better deal, every other player is going to come knocking for the same treatment. But the league knew they couldn't afford to let her walk. So in the end, they folded. Now, the real question is, what exactly did she secure in this game-changing deal? And how are the rest of the players, especially big personalities like Angel Reese, reacting to it? Buckle up because the juicy details are about to hit hard.
With my first professional season and so much has happened. And
in 2025 alone, she's pulling in $114K. And this isn't just some clever clause, it's a full-on power move. The Fever basically locked down their franchise superstar, locking in stability while still keeping the door open if things shift later on. For Caitlin, it proves she's not just another player out there. She's the literal cornerstone of their future. You don't see this kind of commitment for a rookie every day, but the Fever clearly know exactly what they're holding, a generational talent who's worth every single cent. But let's not act like everything was calm behind the scenes. While Caitlin's new deal was blowing up headlines, the WNBA was quietly out here cutting salaries left and right, blaming financial struggles. Maybe the league was trying to pinch pennies, but Caitlin wasn't buying any of it. She knows she's not just another rookie, not even close.
So I was like, oh, what's she going to get paid? Because finally, you can get a real paycheck. And then I saw it, and I was like, this can't be right, because this is what it is.
Since the moment she showed up, the WNBA's popularity hasn't just grown, it has exploded. Her games pack out entire arenas, her highlights take over every corner of social media, and her jersey sales are shooting through the roof. So when the league tried to play the "we're broke" card, Caitlin straight up called their bluff and demanded exactly what she deserved. And guess what? They folded instantly. This wasn't just about money. This was a fight for respect. Caitlin wasn't about to let the league undervalue her or act like she was some background player they could ignore. Her bold move forced the WNBA to finally wake up and pay attention. And yeah, maybe other players don't have the same power she does, but Caitlin's stand just set a whole new standard. Since being drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever on April 15, 2024, she hasn't just made waves, she's turned the entire league into a full-blown cultural storm. And it's not just talk. The numbers scream it. Fever merchandise sales jumped a wild 57% after her signing was announced on April 27th. Her jersey has been the league's top seller for 2 months straight, beating out legends like A'ja Wilson and Jack Young. Caitlin's not just breaking records, she's dragging the whole WNBA into a brand new era.
Caitlin Clark effect. We now have people wanting to watch golf because of her. We saw the kind of offer that Ice Cube made to Caitlin to play in the Big Three. That is $5 million to play 3 months.
Now let's talk about viewership. Games with Caitlin on the court shot up with a massive 50% boost in ratings compared to the same matchups in 2023. The Fever's opening game in May 2024 pulled in 1.3 million viewers. And in 2025, she shattered that number with a record-breaking 2 million viewers on opening night, smashing the previous ESPN regular season record like it was nothing. And this isn't just good for Caitlin. This is the kind of shift that flips an entire league upside down. Big brands like Nike and Gatorade are basically throwing bags of money at the WNBA, doubling their investments because of her impact. She's not just a player out there. She's a walking billboard for what women's basketball could become. And her influence doesn't stop on the court. Caitlin's presence has lifted her teammates in ways nobody even expected. Players like Melissa Smith and Kelsey Mitchell have seen their social media numbers explode, endorsement offers flooding in, and doors opening that they wouldn't have even dreamed of just a year ago. Caitlin isn't stealing the spotlight, she's dragging everyone into it with her, showing exactly what happens when a real leader steps onto the court and changes everything around her.
3.4 million people watched the WNBA All-Star Game. That was a reported 300% increase, and that's via Women's Hoops Network. So the game is definitely picking up attention, and we know Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are a big part of that, but also the current stars who have been.
Let's not overlook the absolute social media chaos she's been causing. When Caitlin dropped 30 points on the Las Vegas Aces in June 2025, the hashtag Caitlin effect was trending for nearly a full day. One random tweet, literally just 10 words about how she turned someone into a WNBA fan, blew up with over 250,000 likes in just 24 hours. Her viral TikToks, over 50 million views of her no-look passes and those insane, ridiculous three-pointers. Caitlin Clark isn't just dominating the court, she's owning the entire internet, pulling in casual fans by the millions. And then comes that groundbreaking contract, 4 years, $338,500, plus special accommodations. No cramped economy seats for her anymore. She travels in real comfort so she can show up at full power. This isn't about luxury, it's about performance. The Fever also built a whole support system around her. Top-level trainers, elite nutritionists, and mental performance coaches dedicated only to her development. That's almost unheard of in the WNBA, where most players share resources. But for Caitlin, the Fever went all in because they know she's not just another rookie out there. She's the future.
And this kind of full-body, holistic support has been a total game changer. Caitlin now has 24/7 access to mindfulness coaches, recovery specialists, and every tool she could ever need to stay at the absolute top of her game. Most rookies are left to figure this stuff out alone, but not Caitlin. Her deal just created a brand new standard for how teams should invest in their players, proving that real success isn't only about stats, it's about taking care of the person behind them. And when you stack her deal next to the average rookie contract, the difference is honestly shocking. Most rookies barely take home around $74,000 a year with the most basic perks. Caitlin's contract isn't just better, it's straight up revolutionary. It shows her value not just as a player, but as the face of the franchise, the league, and maybe the entire sport. And here's the real kicker. Caitlin's deal is already shaking the whole system. Other players, their agents, even rival teams are watching closely and pushing for similar terms in their own contracts. This isn't just a win for Caitlin, it's a total shift in how women's basketball is being managed and valued. Her contract isn't just a one-time power move, it's a full roadmap for what the future can look like.
She'll be the biggest female star ever because she can pull up from the parking lot.
She is a killer. She is stone cold.
Caitlin, man, she's a phenomenon.
She's the best female collegiate player ever.
Caitlin Clark is capable of magical. Start with ticket sales, because ever since Caitlin signed her deal on April 27th, 2024, Fever Games have turned into the hottest ticket in the entire city. Home game attendance exploded by a wild 41% compared to last season, and they pulled off 5 straight sellouts in May alone, something the franchise had never done before. And this isn't just some cute little stat bump. Packed arenas mean louder crowds, crazier energy, and a home court advantage that lifts every single player on the roster. So yeah, a few players might be throwing side eyes at her shiny contract, but they're also cashing in on the hype by playing in front of massive sold-out crowds. And it still doesn't stop there. Sponsors are literally raining money on the Fever like they're the only team that exists. Nike, Coca-Cola, and Gatorade all boosted their investments, with Nike even slipping Caitlin's name directly into their renewed partnership clause in June 2024. And those sponsorship checks aren't just buying fancier logos on jerseys. They're funding better facilities, upgraded training programs, and resources the entire team gets to enjoy. So if anyone's salty about Caitlin's perks, they might want to look around those upgraded locker rooms and maybe thank her later.
There's a little of that Bird Magic moment, if you recall, from 1979 when those two rookies came in from a big college rivalry, one white, one black. And so we have that moment with these two. But the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence between rivals. They don't want everybody being nice.
And here's the latest twist in Caitlin Clark's story. She's reportedly looking to work with the Saudi League. Caitlin herself hinted at this on her Twitter account, though she quickly deleted the post, leaving fans wondering if she's thinking things through or planning to make a bigger announcement later. One thing is clear, Caitlin is no longer just tied to the WNBA. What do you think? Should Caitlin take this step to the Saudi League or pause and reconsider? Comment below and let us know your thoughts. The situation in the WNBA hasn't exactly been ideal for her. Cheap shots, salary drama, and all sorts of nonsense have made it hard for her to perform at her prime level. Caitlin Clark is writing her own rules, and the world is watching every move. Her next decision could change women's basketball forever. Will she dominate a new league? Will she redefine her legacy? Or will she stay and take the WNBA to heights it's never seen? We want to hear from you. Drop your opinion in the comments, share this video with your friends, and hit that like button if you're excited to see what Caitlin does next. Stay tuned because this story is far from over, and you don't want to miss a single update.